This is going to be a secret reading for Leo. From this reading, we will be able to see the energies on the surface and the ones that are mirroring them underneath the surface. And what we see from this reading is someone from the past who started to think about you again and who wants to return something, an item, something personal back to you. With the first card at the top of the reading, we have the High Priestess. And what we're seeing here is that you're probably going through a time where you are getting messages from within. You're starting to think about this person as though they were trying to connect with you on a certain level. With the High Priestess, in fact, we have a time where you are really focused on your inner voice. There are maybe factors and things around you that wouldn't make you think about this attempt coming from them to trying to communicate something to you. And mainly because probably you are not hearing from them. They've been acting cold and distant. Maybe after a breakup, there is nothing around you as far as actions and events that would make you think that this person is thinking about you at all. But whenever you silence all the voices around you and just focus on the way you feel and your intuition, your gut, you keep thinking that there's still something there and that they are still connected to you in a certain way. And whenever you're having those thoughts, whenever all of a sudden throughout your day you see them in front of you, or there is something that it's reminding you of them, from what we see underneath the surface is that you are connecting with them on an emotional level still. In fact, what we see right underneath the High Priestess is the other end. If here we had you, on the other end we have them. And they are radiating this energy that comes from the wands. And this is exactly what it's triggering, these thoughts that you're having. From what the cards are saying, you are right in thinking that lately they have been trying to connect with you. There is something that started recently that is really pushing them towards trying to find a way to tell you something. And so right here we see them maybe struggling in planning the best option that they have in order to connect with you and in order to tell you something that we will see soon is very specific. But before we get there, we can see a little bit of what happened whenever you broke up, whenever your connection ended. We see, in fact, from them and probably from you as well, that you immediately started going out there and maybe dating other people, talking to other people, and trying to not only get distracted by the breakup, but also wanting to start all over and wanting to be happy again. This is definitely telling us that for them, regardless of the fact that they showed it or not, it was not an easy breakup. It was not something that made them happy at all. And so all they thought they could do at this point was to distract themselves with other people and overall keep an eye open for someone else to fill that void that was created when you broke up. But right underneath the Seven of Cups, we have the Four of Cups, which is instead telling us that these options and the search that they were putting their energy and focus on was really not making them happy. Right here we have an energy that talks about apathy and not being satisfied with what you have around you. In this card, we can see them being frustrated, having to go back to dating. They really didn't want to do this. They didn't want to play those games again, talking to people, maybe being stood up, having to meet, to introduce yourself, to talk about yourself. Right here, instead, they're thinking, if I could only go back to the person who already knows me, to the person who learned to love me as I am. And right here, we definitely see still the attempt, but every person that they are with, first of all, they get frustrated because they have to go through the whole process, but also when they compare them to you, they just feel as though they're not enough. And right here with the Princess of Pentacles, I really believe that what they're coming forward with right now is a specific object that once belonged to you. And right now, they want to use that as an excuse to talk to you. They want to use it so that they can send you a message without letting you know what the real meaning behind that message is. And they are coming in a very gentle way, almost as though it doesn't even matter if you're going to reply or not, or it doesn't even matter if you even meet, for you to have this thing that they want to return to you. But the truth being is that they definitely want to meet, because as said, this is just an excuse to see if you're still thinking about them as well. Are you with someone else? Did you really move on 100%? Or maybe there is still something that we can do here to fix the situation. With the Ten of Swords, we can tell that they were never able to fully move on, and that when this ended, other than focusing or trying to focusing on other people, they felt lost. And so they were trying to find not only someone new, but they were trying to find themselves again, what they wanted to fight for in life, what goals they had. They felt as though a cycle came to an end, and they were really sad about it, as you can tell by this card. They felt completely out of control, and that's why also probably they completely went silent, and that made you think that they were not ever considering talking to you again. And in order to understand how these energies will evolve in the immediate future, how they will come forward and let you know that they want to give you something, make sure to check out the extended reading link below. And if you want me to do a follow-up reading at the end of the month to see what new messages we can get for this situation, make sure to comment down below with #-follow-up, and I will do a reading for the videos with the highest number of hashtags. From the reading, we've seen that someone who you're really not expecting is still thinking about you and trying to get in touch with you with the excuse of returning something to you. And whenever this is going to happen, from what I see from these cards, you will actually allow this communication to come in, and possibly also you will tell them that you can meet so that they can return this thing to you. And what we see as the first card with the Eight of Cups is that once that event will happen, once the two of you will get together, you will quickly understand that they are trying to tell you how good they're doing. This is a time where they will try to show you that they are a brand new person and that everything is absolutely fine and beautiful in their life. And it will be really clear to you because the way they are approaching the situation, the way they are showing off in a way, this new them, as though they are someone who couldn't be happier ever, it's definitely too much. And so it's pretty clear to you that they're trying to put a face on something else, something that they're still keeping from themselves, but that to you, it's pretty clear. This hurt that we've seen here. And with the Eight of Cups, I think that what they will tell you is that they went through a complete change. They reevaluated everything in their life, and they were able to identify the things that were good and the things that were bad. And in a way, they were able to make all the good things grow and completely get rid of those elements, maybe those people as well, that were not making them happy and were not making them feel successful in any way. And right here with the Tower, we can see that action. This is a energy that they are bringing into the picture, or at least they're saying they're brought into the picture purposely. They wanted to get rid of all of those things that were just obstacles. And so if in your relationship you had specific things or people that brought to this breakup, here what they're saying is, I completely understand now how all of that actually happened. I was able to identify all of those issues, and eventually I was able to completely get rid of them, being able to creating a brand new foundation without those people, without those elements anymore. And so once I did this, in automatic, I just got filled with happiness and positivity. They're really trying to show you that because of these changes and because of things that maybe they didn't see before and that brought to this breakup, right now they are this brand new person who can really manifest anything they want, who can really be successful, stable, reliable. And so to me, so far, this really sounds as someone who's trying to sell themselves. And it's pretty clear to me, and it will be pretty clear to you as well, that they're trying to act in a way that hopefully for them will make you change your mind on this breakup. But what we see on this side are all energies that will be around you instead, elements and messages that you will know about regarding this person and this situation. And first of all, regardless of the fact that they say that now they are this brand new person in full control of the situation and in full control of themselves, with the devil, you know that the reason why they're talking to you right now, the reason why they want to return this thing to you with the excuse to be in touch with you again, it's because they're still very much attached to you. They are in love with you. They are obsessed with you since they are going through all of this trouble in order to just sit down and have a conversation with you. And also, I feel this high priestess energy is still around you. You're very in tune with your intuition and with the hidden energies around you. And you know, regardless of how much they're trying to hide it, that they are coming back because they're still in love and still thinking about you. You have this ability because probably you also know them. And so whenever they are just putting on this face, you can see through them and you can read them like a book. And your immediate reaction, I think it will be to almost feel sorry for them and wanting to, in a way, protect them. With the Queen of Pentacles, we have a very protective energy. And as you see, she's holding this pentacle and trying to take care of it, trying to make it grow. And I believe that the way they will approach this, although in their mind it's the best way and it's something that will never make you really understand what's going on, it will just make you see them as a very fragile being because they're not able at this time to be vulnerable, to go straight to the point and to possibly having to deal with a rejection. And so the first reaction that you're going to have is wanting to protect them in a way from rejection and from hurt. Regardless of the fact that they might have hurt you in the past, you are this person that gives unconditional love and wants to make sure that the people around them are not hurt and they're doing fine. But you also know that you have to make sure that you protect yourself and that you don't get involved with people that do not deserve you. And in fact, this queen right here, as you see, goes from protecting this person, this energy, this potential relationship, to completely changing elements here and there in order to make it what you want it to be. And right here, you realize that you are in full control of the situation because at this point in time, given all of these elements, you can really manifest anything you want out of this. Do you want to go back with them? You have that option. Do you want to just take whatever they want to give to you and completely close the communication and never see them again? That is going to happen. What this card is telling us is that where you're going to put your focus on and how you're going to manifest a specific outcome, that will happen. And so keep focusing on yourself, on your inner voice, not just thinking of what's around you that might be hidden, but also thinking about what you want from this person and ultimately from life. Do you want to give this another try, or do you want to keep looking what's out there, seeing if maybe you can find someone that will love you better and respect you better? Or do you want to still try to see if there is a chance for this relationship to keep growing in the future? At this point in time, from what we see from the cards, you do have the world in your hands and you can make anything you want out of this situation.